Tanner Larson here, and in this video I want to show you a very simple way to 3 to 4x both your revenue and your profits very quickly. Okay, but first I want to kind of go through the motions and walk you through the entire process that needs to happen in order to make a sale, because it's going to set the stage for what we talk about. All right, so let's hop over here to the board, and you can see I've got basically the 3 main categories of things that happen when it comes to making a sale, right? First there's the traffic, then the traffic has to go to your store, and then from the store there's the product, right? So let's just break these down real quick, okay? First of all, in traffic, there is a metric shit ton of stuff that has to happen in order to generate a click, right? You've got your campaigns, your ad sets, your targeting, your different ad formats, your sales copy for the ads, your creatives and different types of creatives, whether they're static or video-based or GIF or whatever else. Then you've got your placements. Where are they going to show up? Then you've got objectives. How are you going to optimize? And then you've got your growth process, which is, are you duplicating ad sets, pausing ad sets, cloning winning ad sets, setting up new ad sets? What's the process for making all this stuff work, right? And getting more traffic. All of this has to happen in order to get a click, right? Now, once you get a click, the click goes to your store, right? So once they're in the store, then you've got your home page and all the images and copy that go along with that. Your About Us page, your category pages, your product pages, your shopping carts, and your checkout pages. All of these impact whether or not that click turns into a sale. Now, you're probably looking at this and going, Tanner, I don't use my home page or my About Us page. Heck, I may not even use my category pages, but I send people either straight to the product page or the category page. Well, I got news for you. 78% of your people who, even if they land on a product page, are going to go to your About Us page, if you have one, to check it out. Another 70+% are going to wind up on your homepage because it's part of their due diligence process before they're comfortable buying. So if you haven't optimized each of these pages, you're creating leaks, right? You're going to lose money. Now, you have all this to get a click, then all this to get a sale, and from there, then you've got your sourcing, which you've already done. Then you've got your inventory. Do you have it in stock? You've got pre-delivery follow-up if you're doing it. Fulfillment, right? Getting the product put into a box, orders generated and out the door, right? And then you have your delivery time before it shows to the customer. And then finally, post-delivery follow-up. All of that generates a customer. Because if you don't do all of this, you're going to get a refund or a chargeback and you don't get a customer. Okay, so all of this stuff has to happen in the process of making a sale, right? Now, when people focus on trying to make money, what do? Where do they, and you probably, spend all of your time optimizing, refining, and tweaking, right? You spend it here. Everybody spends it here because they think that if I just get more traffic, I'll make more money. I'm making a few sales, I'm getting a few customers, but I just need more traffic. Or if I could just dial in my traffic, I'd be able to scale. If I could just fix my targeting. And so what do? You spend all of your time taking Facebook ad courses, optimizing your ad sets, testing new budgets, trying new objectives, doing all this crazy stuff, right? And you spend 99% of your time trying to get more traffic, cheaper traffic, new ad sets, and just trying to dial it in that way. Am I right? Okay. Now, this is what most people do. This is what I did when I started as well. And let me tell you, this focus is flat out wrong. Yes, you need traffic. 100% you do. But I can almost guarantee you that if you have taken a up-to-date Facebook ads training from one of the experts out there, or multiple of them, you are probably already better at traffic than you need to be. Your problem is not traffic. You're getting clicks. You're not getting sales. Okay? So this isn't your problem. All right? Now this is wrong, but I'm going to explain to you why your focus should not be here. Okay? So that I'm going to demonstrate it with a little example. All right? So you're going to have to excuse my artistic ability here, but I'm going to draw. All right? So pretend your business, if you guys can see this, let me get a better marker, since of course it decides to die on me. Okay, your business is a bucket. That is a very talented, beautiful bucket, okay? Like a Picasso. Now your business is the bucket, okay? So this is your store. Right? Now, traffic is the water that's coming into your bucket, okay? This is beautiful water. All right, and it comes down, we're going to pretend it's a hollow or a clear bucket so you can see through it. And then, so that's your traffic. Okay? And then the water that stays in the bucket, These are your sales, right? Let me write sales. Okay? Pretty straightforward, right? Basic analogy so far. Your store is the bucket, the traffic is the water that's coming into the bucket, and the water that stays in your bucket are sales, okay? So here's where you're focusing. You're focusing on getting as much traffic into that bucket as you can. So far, so good. Now, if we had buckets that were solid, this would make sense, right? All we have to do is pour more traffic, and boom, our buckets are going to fill, right? Now, anything that falls out is a lost sale, right? Or lost opportunity. The problem is that your store, which is made up of all of these components, is full of leaks, okay? Lots of leaks, big leaks, okay? And what happens is all these leaks, okay, they're all coming out of the bucket. Now these leaks are, every one of these pages has dozens and dozens of leaks, okay? We're talking about things like bounce rate, cart abandonment rate, glitchy pages, theme issues, mobile issues, no UVPs, unique value propositions, cart issues, complicated buying process, poor sales copy, poor images, slow load times, and about 100 or 200 more issues, okay? Each of these pages have dozens of leaks on them. And all of this that comes down here, all of this, the worst part about this is it's not just lost sales, this is lost money. In both lost opportunity from sales that could have been made, but also in traffic costs that was just wasted. Money that you spent to get clicks to your store that came through your bucket and fell out, and you lost it, okay? So, what do people do? They say, man, I'm pouring traffic in here, I'm only making a few sales, I need to fill up my bucket more. So, I focus on traffic. How do I get more traffic to my site? Because if I can just get more traffic, I'll make more money. Not so true. Here's what happens. The more money and traffic you pour into your bucket, the bigger the leaks get, and the more money that you lose in opportunity, and the more money you waste in actual traffic spent, okay? It's just like erosion, okay? When you try to push more water through something that's starting to erode, it doesn't stay small, it gets bigger, right? The problem gets bigger, okay? So solving your business problems by trying to generate more traffic is never going to get you where you want to go. The real answer, the thing you need to do, guys, is look at your bucket. The problem is not that you can't get more into the bucket. The problem is that your bucket can't keep more of it. It can't hold it. It's like a strainer. Everything's falling out. So what you need to do is start patching some of the leaks. Okay, now I'd love to say we can patch all of them, but that's not true. You'll never patch them all. But what you could do is get a better bucket. So we stiffen up the sides of our bucket so less leaks come out. And what happens here is with less leaks, some still comes out. It's always going to happen. But your water levels are going to start rising, meaning that you're making more sales and you're keeping more sales and therefore making more profit, okay? This is the secret. And what does this work on your bucket mean? It means focus on this, right? Focus on your store. Now, this right here, patching the leaks in your bucket, okay, is the secret to 3 to 4xing or more both your revenue and your profit with no extra money on ad spend. I don't want you to increase your traffic. That's the worst thing you can do until you fix the leaks, okay? Fixing the leaks will make you more money from what you're already doing from the traffic you've already purchased, okay? Then, the really cool part is that once your bucket is fixed, that means your average order value is up, you're making a higher conversion rate, your add to cart percentage is higher, your initiate and reach checkout is higher, completed checkout is higher, all your major metrics are higher, which means now you'll be able to afford more expensive and more traffic. Because there's only so much cheap traffic out there. If you want to scale a business, eventually you're going to have to acquire more and more expensive traffic. The Dan Kennedy saying is that he who can afford to spend the most on their customer wins. To acquire the customer, right? Well, if you have leaks in your bucket that are huge, you'll never be able to spend the most to acquire a customer. That's how you win, okay? And this leaky bucket patching piece is called revenue optimization. That's the fancy name for patching your bucket, okay? And it's what we do at Build, Grow, Scale all day long. It's all we do, okay? Now, revenue optimization is the key to being able to 3 to 4x your profits from your existing traffic. And ultimately, if you want to do the whole 10x thing and do crazy things and being able to scale your business as big as you want, without revenue optimization, that will never happen, okay? Let me give you an example of, or a little bit more of an explanation of how this happened, okay? So, this is a book, right? Called The One Thing by Gary Keller. Now, the book is The Surprising Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results, all right? It's a great book. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. But in here, one of the things he says is, there's a quote from him, obviously, and the quote is, "What's the one thing that by focusing on and doing makes all other things easier?" Okay, now I paraphrased it a little bit, but that's the gist of the quote and what it means. Look it up. What's the one thing that I can do, and by focusing on that one thing, makes all other things easier? In this regard, we're talking about patching the leaks, revenue optimization. If you focus on revenue optimization, stop focusing on traffic. Focus over here on your revenue optimization. Your traffic will convert better. You'll make way more money. You'll keep more money. You'll work less hard. Now here's the thing, guys. I don't want to lie to you. Business is hard. It will always be hard. But if you use revenue optimization and you focus on that, it will get significantly easier, and all the other things you have to do in your business will be better for it, okay? So it's something you really need to focus on. So, as I've said, you need to focus on it. You need to switch your focus from traffic to revenue optimization. If you do that, you will make more money, I guarantee it, okay? Hats off, hands down, 100% guarantee you will make more money if your focus is here versus here. If you do this, this becomes easy. Now, to switch to RO, you have basically two different options, all right? Option number one is you can do it yourself. You can learn the revenue optimization process and how to identify what all the leaks are in each of the different pages and processes in your site, okay? The process for doing this is not rocket science, okay? It's a process called heuristic analysis. That's the top level. Then you got to get into the data and all that kind of stuff too. But the top level stuff, if you just learned heuristic analysis and learned how to optimize your site based on what you see through your heuristic analysis, you can 3 to 4x your site, okay? Easy. But you have to learn it, okay? That's the catch. Learning heuristic analysis for one of our team members is about a 90-day process before they're proficient. Not expert, but proficient to where they can go on to the next level of training. If you want to learn heuristic analysis for yourself to be able to do it in your business, go for it. There are courses out there that you can take and you can purchase to learn how to do heuristic analysis. However, you are a business owner. You're running a store. You have all of this stuff to do. I think there's a better use for your time than trying to just learn the basics of heuristic analysis. What if you could just know what was wrong and fix what was wrong and then move on? I think that's a much better opportunity for you, and that's where we come in, okay? What if we did a complete heuristic analysis and site audit for you on your store and told you everything that was wrong with it? Basically a done-for-you store audit where our experts go in and tell you everything that's wrong with your store in a very detailed process. I'll actually show you one, okay? Like this. This is a store audit, revenue optimization analysis. I had to block out the name because we just did this one for a customer. Let me put this pen down. Okay, but in here, we go through your entire site. You obviously can't read it, but we go through the entire site, and it's all, you can see, detailed breakdowns of every problem that our experts note on your site, what's wrong, why it's wrong, how to fix it, and what needs to be done, and screenshots to go along with it so that it all makes sense. And you can see this thing is ridiculous. I don't know, it's thick, okay? Now, you could learn how to do it yourself, or you could just have our team do this for you, hand this to you on a silver platter so that you can go back and say, hey, okay, page 1, homepage. Here's the things on desktop that are wrong. Here's the things on mobile that are wrong. Okay, cool, fix those. About Us page, here's this, here's that, boom. Category pages, same thing, all the way through your entire site, including your site speed, your theme code, and we are also including our Google Analytics and data health check, where we'll go through and go through your entire Google Analytics and Google Tag Manager and see what's right, what's wrong, what's missing, and what you need to do. And that'll all be documented in here, where you can see all of those different pieces. And it starts right here on, I don't know, this happens to be page 13, be different on your site. But we're going to give this to you as a PDF on a silver platter, okay? Now guys, revenue optimization, it's what Build, Grow, Scale does. It's all we do. 365 days a year, basically 7 days a week, we have teams working on this. We have 32 full-time employees that do nothing but revenue optimization to the tune of over 1,000 hours a week. We don't do anything else. We don't run traffic. We quit running traffic because we focus on this, and we let other experts run traffic. Our expertise and skill set is in revenue optimization. And we get to work with hundreds of different sites, from small mom and pop operations all the way up to Fortune 100 companies, all right? And we do the revenue optimization for those stores. This is exactly what we give to our clients before we optimize their store, or before they optimize it if they're going to do it themselves or if they're going to have us do it. We do one of these audits. It's the first thing we do. In fact, they're so important, we do it every quarter, so 4 times a year for every one of the stores that we partner with, all right? Now, do you have to do it every quarter? Maybe not. If you can afford it, then yes. But if you can't, then maybe once or twice a year would be awesome, okay? But at least right now, if your store is not making as much money as you think it should and you want it to, there's something missing. You're probably leaking too much cash, too many sales. You're leaking. Let us tell you exactly what the leaks are, how to plug them, where to find them, and what to do. We'll hand this to you on a silver platter. You won't have to guess. You'll know exactly what to do. All right? So this is a very limited opportunity, though. It's not like we're taking it away forever. We actually want to make this a standard offering. Okay? However, we're not hiring people to do this. The way we're going to offer this is by the actual experts in BGS who do this for a living day in and day out. It's all they do. When they have slack in their schedule, we are going to make that slack available to you guys in the form of a store audit. So if the buy button for this offer, for the store audit, is working, then the offer is open. But whenever our slack time evaporates, we stop selling it, we kill the buy button, and nobody can purchase site audits until we have slack time in our schedule again. So it's a quantity limited periodic offering. Okay, that's the only scarcity. I just want to be transparent with you that that's how it works. Okay. So if you want to focus on revenue optimization, you want to be able to 3 to 4x your profits and your revenue and make your traffic work, let us tell you where your leaks are. Let us do a complete site audit on your site, and I guarantee you, you will start making way more money than you ever thought you could from the traffic you're already getting. All right? Grab your site audit now.